Hey everyone, this is Martha Ring Hedgehog with my August 2015 TBR. As usual, I'm continuing with my reading strategy that hopefully will actually work this time. I've got some new plans. So, my strategy is I pick a book for every letter in the alphabet based on the author's last name. And I start at the beginning of the alphabet. I read as much as I can in a month, and then wherever I left off at the end of the month, I start again the next month, and just kind of do it that way. Yeah. This TBR does not include any arcs because I kind of pick those up whenever I feel like it. And excuse me while I adjust my camera. So I'm not going to include any of those. But yeah, so let's just jump into this. There's a lot of books, as usual, and my camera has been acting funny on me, so I'm hoping to get this before it decides to quit on me again, because I don't want to record this for a third time. So, for the letter A, I have Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This is getting a lot of rave and attention and stuff as the breakout diverse book for YA, and I decided to give it a go because I work in a bookstore and kind of in charge of the YA department, so, kind of need to read rave books. So I'm going to. And it sounds good, it really does. For B, I have Never Fade by Alexander Bracken, the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy, and I've actually already started reading this and are really enjoying it so far. This is also the pick from my TBR jar from like 3 months ago. For C, I have Whiskets and Weaponry by Gail Carriger, the third book in the Finishing School series, which is like steampunk and really awesome, cool stuff. For D, I have The Eye of Minds by James Dashner, the first book in the Mortality Doctrine trilogy, and yes, this has been on my TBR for quite a while. For F, I have Under the Egg by Laura Marks Fitzgerald, which is a middle grade book that's been on my shelf ever since it came out, which was about, I think, maybe 2 years ago. For G, I have An Abundance of Catherines by John Green, and some of you are probably wondering, why not Paper Towns? The movie just came out. You should be reading Paper Towns. I will be, but this one is the one I want to read first, so I'm going to. For for H, I have Libriomancer by Jim C. Hines, the first book in the Magic Ex Libris series. This series hasn't really gotten very good reviews, but it was recommended to me by a friend who said I would love the concept, and the concept does sound good, so I decided to get it and read it. For I have The Prey by Tom Isbell, which is the first book in the Hatchery trilogy, I think it is. This is fairly new, and so I'm going to read it. For J, I have The Invasion of the Tierling by Erica Johansson, the second book in the Queen of the Tierling trilogy. This probably will take me most of the month to read. Maybe. It's going to be a busy month. But anyway, gonna read it. So excited. For K, I have The Lost Kingdom by Matthew J. Kirby. This has been on my list for a while now. I will get to it. I promise. I want to read it. Sometimes a book just has to sit on my list for a long time before I actually pick it up. For L, I have Ignite by Sarah B. Larson, the second book in the Defy trilogy, which is a guilty pleasures trilogy for me because, quite honestly, the first book was not that good, but bizarrely enough, I really liked it, so guilty pleasures. For M, I have Devoted by Jennifer Matthew, her second book, and I really liked her first book, so I'm looking forward to this one. For N, I have Hidden by Donna Jo Napoli, however you want to pronounce it. I think this is a retelling of a Irish fairy tale, and I don't think it has a sequel. But I'm not positive. For O, I have The Spindlers by Lauren Oliver, her first middle grade novel, and yeah, I'm still taking a break from Delirium because that second book no, I'm not over it yet. For P, I have The Mouse with a Question Mark Tail by Richard Peck because I need some middle grade and some animal fiction, and this sounded good and cool, and it's been sitting on my shelf for way too long. For O, I have Asylum by Madeline Ruse, which is the first book in the Asylum trilogy, and I have the second book, and I have the arc of the third book, so I need to read this trilogy so I can actually read the arc before the book comes out. For S, I have The Sin Eater's Daughter by Melinda Salisbury. This is the first book in, I believe, the Sin Eater's Daughter trilogy, or whatever it's called. It sounds really good. Enough said. For T, I have Circa Now by Amber McRee Turner. Don't remember what it's about. Don't even remember why I bought it, because quite honestly, the cover's kind of ugly. But something about it must have caught my interest. At some point in my life, come here, books. For V, I have Of Monsters and Madness by Jessica Verde. This, I think, is like a combination retelling of The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Edgar Allan Poe's writings. It sounds really good and interesting and cool. For W, I have The Whispering Trees by J.A. White, the second book in the Thickety series, which is one of the creepiest and also one of the awesomest middle grade novel series I've ever read. And then for V, I have Bad Luck Girl by Sarah Zettel, the third and final book in the American Fairy trilogy. I know this has been on my list for a long time, and I'm going to try to get to it, probably not in August, definitely in September, but it'll be around that time. So yeah, those are all the books I'm planning to read in August. Obviously, I'm a mood reader, so I probably won't end up reading any of them. I'll probably end up pulling other books instead, but that'll be a surprise then. And I will see you guys again with my August book haul and Renaissance haul, and my August reading wrap up, and my September TBR, because summer's over almost and it's going to be fall soon, and that's really depressing to think about. So I won't, and I will see you guys later. Bye.